besides being a famous and experienced Hollywood actor. Clint Eastwood is an acclaimed filmmaker and the owner of a giant fortune. But have you ever wondered how this 93-year-old star lives? In this video, you will find out about Clint Eastwood's luxurious life. Born in 1930 in San Francisco, California, Clint Eastwood Jr. is a successful American filmmaker and actor. Having served in the Army during the Korean War, Clint Eastwood's artistic career began in the 1950s with small roles, with Revenge of the Creature being the first project in which he acted. But Eastwood's international career really took off in the 1960s when he played the man with no name in the Dollars trilogy, as well as in the 1970s and 1980s the cop Harry Callanan in the Dirty Harry films. Among the most commercially successful films he was in at the time were Every Which Way But Loose, Hang 'Em High, Pale Rider, and many others. Clint Eastwood also invested in his career as a filmmaker, directing major projects such as the films Unforgiven and $1 Million Baby. To give you an idea of Clint Eastwood's relevance in the movies, he has accumulated 4 Oscars and 4 Golden Globes throughout his career. And thanks to his successful career, Clint has become a respected entertainer who has no plans for retirement, which has led him to amass a huge fortune to live in great luxury and comfort. Real estate in Carmel. Clint Eastwood is a big movie star who owns several properties in Carmel by the Sea, a quieter region to live in California. One development he owns, for example, is Mission Ranch, which is currently one of the most sought-after destinations in the area. Clint bought the property in 1986 before it was destroyed for the construction of a condominium, and he has done major renovations to the place and each of its cottages. Outside, the ranch is 22 acres in size, filled with grazing animals. In addition, the site functions as a hotel with 31 accommodations divided into 10 cottages, these being the Meadowview Fourplex, which has 4 bedrooms with terraces, the Meadowview Triplex, divided into 3 units each with 2 bedrooms, the Ranch Triplex, containing 3 cozy accommodations, a private room called Hayloft, plus the Farmhouse, which includes a living room and 6 very spacious bedrooms, the Bunkhouse Cottage, which also has living areas, dining areas, and 2 fine bedrooms, and the stunning Honeymoon Cottage, containing a couple's suite. There's also a beautiful restaurant on the property, which offers ample space for guests, sophisticated menus, and lovely views of the region. According to media reports, Clint bought Mission Ranch in 1986 for $5 million. The star also owns Tahama, an exclusive community in the hills above Carmel by the Sea, which has the purpose of preserving local land. Tahama covers more than 2,000 acres, with about 90 lots near beautiful forest, and some of the land is surrounded by lovely scenery. The area has beautiful lakes, diverse animal habitats, pleasant woods, and some mansions that have already been built, each with its style, but all the properties seek to preserve the land and animal life. The community also has recreational spaces such as luxurious swimming pools, large sports courts, fountains at the entrance of some mansions, and golf courses. For those who want to live here, it is possible to purchase land for real estate construction, with areas such as the top of Tahama, which covers a lot of almost 20 acres, costing $7.5 million. But Tahama also has residences already built, such as this sophisticated 7,800 square foot mansion, which in 2019 was listed for $10.5 million. Another mansion that Clint Eastwood has built in the city is situated on a hilltop, spanning over 14 acres in size, and this one was completed in 2010 for $20 million. But it doesn't end there, as the star also owns an inn known as the Homestead Hotel, which has a traditional style. The place has 12 cozy rustic design rooms that date back to the time the hotel was built, as well as outdoor patios for relaxing anytime and a stunning wooded garden. Clint Eastwood is known to have bought the inn in the early 2000s, and he also lived, in the 1980s, in an elegant residence called Los Andes during his time as mayor of the city, as well as owning Hog's Breath Inn, a restaurant/bar that was one of his first ventures in the area. Exaggerated luxuries. Clint Eastwood has more than enough money to enjoy a lot of luxury and comfort. When it comes to dressing, for example, the star doesn't like to skimp, proof of which is the high-standard watches he loves to wear, such as Wachman Reg 8 chronograph of $2.5 thousand, $14.5 thousand Rolex Datejust 2-tone, $15.5 thousand Rolex Datejust Jubilee, $16,000 Rolex GMT Master Clint Eastwood Root Beer. He also owns a sophisticated A. Lang & Son Lang 1, is a luxury watch with millimeter balanced details, which is quite scratch and water resistant. And this must be why the price of this accessory is around $40,000. Clint Eastwood also likes to go out on luxury boats whenever he can. In February 1968, for example, he was seen with Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor aboard a sophisticated 120-foot Bolivian yacht known as the Beatrice. The nearly 200-ton vessel was rented by Burton and Taylor so that their dogs could stay on it during the filming of Where Eagles Dare, and Clint took the opportunity to accompany them. According to media reports, at the time the couple paid $2,400 per week on the yacht, and the total expense of the charter was $20,000, about $140,000 in today's day and age. For getting around in comfort, Clint Eastwood is accustomed to using fine aircraft, mainly helicopters. He is believed to own an Aerospatiale Star, also referred to as a Eurocopter AS-350, a versatile and safe single-engine aircraft that can carry up to 7 people including the pilot. And since Clint has been able to fly it for over 30 years, there is more room left over to take other passengers on trips. According to some sources, the price of the helicopter is estimated at $1.5 million. Other real estate. Clint Eastwood is a celebrity who does not save his fortune on luxury real estate. For example, the actor loves spending time in Idaho, so he also purchased a 5,700 square foot home in the Sun Valley area, which currently has an estimated value of $6.6 million. Clint Eastwood also owns homes in Los Angeles, with his main property being in the Bel Air neighborhood, having about 6,100 square feet of area. According to the Zillow website, the actor's home is currently valued at $8.4 million, and some sources suggest that the star has purchased another residence next to the first one, which has an estimated price tag of $9.4 million. Clint Eastwood also once owned a century-old mansion in Monterey County, situated in an exclusive area in Pebble Beach near the Pacific Ocean. Known as Hacienda Este Madera, the Spanish colonial-style property is 6,900 square feet in size, with rustic architecture and carefully planned craftsmanship. The main living room has an open design and high wooden beamed ceiling, with the dining area next door. The kitchen has a clean style and integrates a living area, which leads to another dining area. The mansion also has a total of 6 cozy, well-lit bedrooms and 7 luxurious marble-clad bathrooms. Outside, there is a fountain at the main entrance, a beautiful wooded garden with decorative statues, welcoming verandas for relaxation, a 4.7-acre plot surrounded by natural landscaping, and several patios to enjoy the region's pleasant climate. According to media reports, Clint Eastwood paid $3.925 million on the mansion in 1994 until he decided to sell it in 2017 for $9.75 million. The star also owns a 1.13-acre oceanfront vacation property in the Maui region of Hawaii, which has an estimated price tag of more than $27 million. In addition to all these luxurious residences, Clint owned Rising River Ranch in the 1970s and an alleged apartment in Burbank. Cars. Clint Eastwood owns a large car collection and has been seen with a variety of vehicles over the years, such as $18,000 Ford Custom 500, $20,000 1972 Ford F100, $23,000 Mercedes-Benz W126, $25,000 Chevy Trailblazer, $30,000 1966 Morris Mini Countryman Cooper S, $35,000 Jeep CJ6, $35,000 2014 Fiat 500, $49,000 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport, $52,000 Chevy Task Force 3100, $62,000 Chevrolet Suburban, $60,000 1992 GMC Typhoon, $66,000 1978 Ferrari 308 GTB, $71,000 1977 Pontiac Special Edition Trans Am, $99,000 1937 Lincoln K-Series Convertible, $105,000 1960 Jaguar XK150 Roadster. One of the most impressive vehicles in the actor's collection is a Cadillac Eldorado Series 62 convertible, a classic luxury car, ideal for those looking for an elegant and stylish car. The vehicle is equipped with a powerful V8 engine capable of producing 270 horsepower, and depending on its condition, it can be worth as much as $125,000. Another car that Clint Eastwood has owned is an Austin Healey 100M, a classic sports car popular with collectors, whose average value is $153,000. Upping the price, he was also clipped with his 1974 Ferrari 365 GT4 BB, considered Ferrari's first 12-cylinder, mid-engine car. The car has a more aggressive appearance, capable of reaching a top speed of 180 miles per hour. And that must be why the actor's car is valued at $475,000. But the most impressive vehicle the actor owns is a 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB, described as the most satisfying sports car in the world. To give you an idea of how precious this car is, a unit was recently auctioned online for a record price of $3 million. This is a true luxury item. Sources of income. Besides earning a lot of money as an actor over the decades, Clint Eastwood also has several other sources of income. Outside of film and TV, he took up a political career in the 1980s, serving as mayor of Carmel by the Sea from 1986 to 1988. Clint Eastwood also decided to invest his fortune in other businesses, mainly in real estate. For example, he owned the Rising River Ranch in the 1970s and had a restaurant called Hog's Breath in Carmel. Today, the star is one of the main investors in Pebble Beach Golf Links, a beautiful golf course located on the west coast of the United States. He also owns the Mission Ranch, which has been turned into a picturesque luxury hotel and restaurant, as well as owning an inn, known as the Homestead Hotel, and owning the Tahama community, with which he sells lots close to the forest for those who like to live in contact with nature. Another of his main functions is his position as a producer through Malpaso Productions. It is speculated that since the company was established in the 1960s, Clint Eastwood has been a producer on every film he has ever acted in, which has allowed him to participate more actively in the profits of each project. Clint Eastwood also earned from soundtracks for the films because he is a music composer. And by having so many sources of income, we can conclude that Clint Eastwood has become a successful man in the business. Net worth. Considered one of the greatest filmmakers of his generation, Clint Eastwood has made a lot of money throughout his career. Like many actors, the amount he received for his work also grew as he became more famous in the film industry. In one of his first works, Rawhide, for example, the actor was paid only $750 per episode in the first season of the series. In the film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Eastwood saw his fee increase, receiving $250,000. From then on, the amounts Clint Eastwood received improved greatly, such as $5 million in City Heat, $7 million for In the Line of Fire, and $12 million for Every Which Way But Loose. But Clint Eastwood's earnings from acting are not limited to this, as he usually receives extra amounts on top of the total box office sales of the films he stars in. To give you an idea, in 1968's Hang 'Em High he would have earned 25% of the domestic box office in addition to his salary, which adjusted for inflation, would represent about $24 million today. Considering Clint Eastwood's other sources of income, some rumors suggest that his annual income is an impressive $35 million. And although no one knows for sure what his net worth is, some sources estimate that today, at the age of 93, Clint Eastwood has an estimated fortune of $375 million. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.